I've not done this in a while. Looks like probably like 21 days. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. I guess, yeah, mid. Yeah, that would make sense. I think the 15th was the last day I did it, like, or something like that. Last day I streamed. The 18th, maybe, Wednesday, February 18th, or December 18th or something like that. But, yeah, I went offline for a while because, like, we had friends visiting for the holidays, and I like went to my parents for Christmas. And after that, the format championships were so close that I didn't want to like spend my time streaming. I wanted to have more focused play, so I had been kind of taking a little bit off of streaming. But we're getting back on the wagon here, 2020. So we're gonna be back at it today with some more Bomberman. In fact, I'm going to another Legacy event this very weekend, so I'm going to keep playing Bomberman for a little bit, because I'm probably playing that there. But I will also be playing more Death and Taxes as time goes on, but I don't have a list on me. I have not really looked at the deck a lot, because I was prepping a lot of Bomberman coming into the Format Championship event, so... wasn't really prepared for, like, just jamming a D&T league today. So probably, like, next week. I don't really have anything coming up after that, I guess. Next weekend, there's a Chicago tournament that I'm going to be playing in, and then after that, I don't know. Nothing really big until, like, the 20K and stuff in March. Just some, like, random Moto events. There's, like, Legacy PTQ, I think, and, like, the monthly whatevers. But anyway... this is the list that I played in the championships, which I did horribly in. So we're going to change nothing in the play league. Honestly, I do think that the deck is still fine. I'm not going to say, like, oh, bad luck in my championship, because, like, we, like, fucking for it hard, and it was very heartbreaking for me. I recorded my matches hoping they would go a little bit better, and, like, I was going to, like, do a stream where I, like, talked about them, but I definitely am not in a good, like, mind space right now to, like, go back and watch those matches. Maybe at some point I'll get back to that and put them on YouTube or something, but they were just some pretty obnoxious losses, so maybe some other time. But we're gonna just jump into a new league here. I'm also upset. I lost my train of thought because I got distracted by the prelims and stuff. But anyway, I'm also upset because you're supposed to get a special... everyone that played in the Format Championship is supposed to get a special avatar, but I assume Wizards fucked up and like didn't give anyone their avatar, because it doesn't seem like anyone has one, so... I just tweeted about it because I just went in and checked today, and I was like, hey, wait a minute. I think I was supposed to get something that I was kind of excited to get. Too loud again. Alright, let's play some Magic. Hopefully do a little better than we did in the past. So we're on the draw, and we have turn 2 Karn off of double City Traders, which is really risky. My opponent did mull to 6. But I kind of hate these hands. This hand does have the potential, like, turn 2 Karn, turn 3 Lattice through the lady and stuff. We can cycle the bubble. I really hate hands that lead on City Traders in this deck, though. This deck's a lot less, like, slam lock pieces and cross your fingers than, like, Red Prison and stuff. Or you can't, like, Chalice into Thought-Dossier and, like, carry and hope you, like, carry across the finish line. Although, if this hand did have a Chalice, it's probably good enough. So maybe I'm a little bit over assessing there. I probably would definitely keep, like, Chalice, City Chalice into City Karn, but I think this hand's not good enough. Alright, this hand's fine. A little bit awkward with the double bobble, but no ability to cast Mentor. But we're on the draw, so we'll figure out if we want to just fire off these bobbles, hit more land drops, or plan on getting Mentor down. But we can even just Ballista into Forge. I guess we could put the Mentor to the bottom, or put a bobble to the bottom. Bobble to the bottom is probably fine. Opponent kept 6, it looks like. I'll keep this. Yeah, I'll put a Bobble to the bottom. If we ever get this Mentor online, it's just really good with Mystic Forge. Polluta Delta. What are we playing against here? Could be a lot of things off of Polluta Delta UC Ponder. Probably doesn't change my play. We're probably just going to slam this Blister regardless. And hope it's not Storm, because our hand's really bad against Storm. They did not shuffle on their Ponder. Ooh, Karn. Alright, that makes his hand a lot better. I'm in for this hand now. If we get Thought Seized or die next turn, obviously it sucks, but there's nothing really we can do about that. So I'm down for just Slam Ballista and cycle a Bobble on their turn, since I can't really do anything with the information of bobbling them. Like, I can't decide on whether or not I want to play like Ballista or Chalice or something, but you'd almost always play Chalice here anyway. Just bobble them and upkeep. Kind of hope it's not Storm, because... Oh, it's Storm, alright. Well, now we just hope we don't die. But they have an LED. And they're playing against Ancient Tomb, which probably means they're really under the gun to go off and they know it. Come on, just like cast 2 cantrips and pass the turn. They could also easily Thoughtseize him here, but at least we have Mystic Forge as backup to try to like dig ourselves towards Chalices or more Karns, so we're not like totally dead in the water. Yeah, looks like we're dying. Does in fact look like we're super dead. Ooh, Tess. Alright, fun stuff. Hey, Ben XDC, thanks for the 6-month resub. Appreciate it. What has a shit zillion mana? Oh, they only have a Burning Wish. Are they just gonna like empty the Warrens of me? We could beat that, right? Can this Burning Wish find like... Did they have a Echo in the sideboard or something? Can't imagine you'd want to just empty for 12 here. Yeah, they have Echo in the sideboard. You're playing this at lowest 20k? Yeah, for sure. I definitely am. Alright, well, my opponent has access to 6 mana and it echoed, so probably dead. We can play a card next turn if my opponent inexplicably just completely beefed on their Echo. We can go Bobble, Opal, land, Karn. Holy shit, did they completely beef it on their Echo? Why? They didn't cast anything. What's their 7-card hand? What on earth? They did, in fact, completely beef it. Wow. I kind of want to snipe their LED with my Karn. Because they could, like, have the one of Chain of Vapor or something. And, like, Tormod's Script doesn't really do anything anyway, and the following turn I'll still have enough mana with, like, the Petal and the other land to lattice them, so... Seems pretty fine to just jam this Karn and shoot their LED. I don't really have anything in the sideboard, right? Yeah, we have, like, a Tormod Script, which doesn't do a whole lot, so... Play out this Lotus Petal. Lets me cycle this Bauble if I want to. They don't really play Thoughtseize, as far as I know. Not anymore, at least. But they could, like, I don't know, Echo again. Although, it's probably pretty hard to do with the Karn in play. There's a Chalice. God, do we Chalice on... I guess we can just, like, Chalice on 0 after we, like, if they do have, like, a Chain of Vapor for my Karn or something, we can also just Chalice on 0 to fuck them up. They're probably just horrendously dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Might go Synthelattus. Alright, they've decided that they're dead. This is why I have trust issues. Why do you have trust issues? There are a lot of reasons that could be the case. I don't know which one you're referencing specifically. Alright. The old Storm sideboard plan, which is Submit deck. Just never have any sideboard cards for Storm. It's felt to me that, like, that sometimes might be wrong, but... It doesn't feel like you have really that good of access to a specific Storm card, unless you want to play, like, Aether's Canonist, which is, like, not even that good. I mean, obviously it's a good anti-Storm card for sure, but it's not, like, insane and you probably wouldn't play more than one, and, like, it's not going to win you a lot of games that you're wishing for it in game ones, because the Karn's already punching their face in. This hand can go Cavern, Opal, Petal, Bauble, Mentor, and a single Bauble, and that's it. That's not very good. My opponent mulled to 6. We'll join him. This hand sucks. Pretty easy 5 here. Basically any hand with, like, Chalice in it is going to be better. So keep 6. We will not. I did say any hand with Chalice. I don't know if I meant any hand. We could keep Opal, Petal, Chalice, like, Walking Ballista. And then we have to go, what? Opal, Petal, Chalice on 0, tap the Opal, crack the Petal, cast a Ballista on 1. There's no way this hand is going to win. I guess we could... No, yeah, we can't even play the Chalice on 1. What's up, Elaine? Wow, this hand sucks a lot. Alright, sure, we'll keep this. This hand's bad, but it can cast spells if I find them. We're on, like, 4. So we keep, what? Ancient Tomb, Plains, Mentor, Bauble. We could even Ancient Tomb, Petal, Mentor, Bauble on turn 1, but narrowing the amount of things that we're actually digging for. Yeah, I don't really have high hopes for this game, but we'll try our best. Assume my opponent is prepared for, like, a Chalice of the Void or something, and we don't have that. What do you want? That was a really loud meow. Cat is in here, which is usually not the case. It's usually dog. Sure. I suppose Chalice on 0 is like a pretty legitimate concern. I'm tempted to just cycle this bauble now to find like more action because we're like not going to win with a mentor. But there's exactly Chalice that we could draw off this bauble. It's probably not worth because we can't even like cast the card. I guess we would have to draw Soul Land or Lotus Petal plus Karn, which is not great. Are we dead? Ooh, we might be dead. Ooh, Ad Nauseam. Well, Ad Nauseams with 0 mana are usually a lot easier for test to go with. Let's hope their Ad Nauseam is really bad. No 0 mana stuff yet. Oh, never mind. We're probably dead now. No, not quite. They still need another way to reduce the other color of mana, I believe. They can only make red or black. That doesn't get them far enough. Come on, hit your... Oh, okay, they're just stopping at 3, and we can't kill them, and they're gonna just kill me next turn? Oh, they had a Chrome Mox in hand. Well, that'll do it. Now we're super dead. Keeping in Veil Summer is interesting. Is it just to be Chalice on 0? I feel like they have a number of cards that they want to keep in. Or not keep in, they'd want to like, board in. And this is not a very deck... This is not a deck that's good at Chalice on 0ing people. You do it in a pinch, but definitely not happy about it. Wow, thank you, opponent. For this Wishclaw Talisman. I wish for another Dark Ritual and then they'd Burning Wish for Tendrils here. Yup. Alright, hit submit again, and this time we're on the play, and hopefully we won't mold for. This our matchup, very interesting. So this hand has 3 mana, so we can turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 LED Opal Mentor, and then our Opal's online, so as soon as if we draw any other land or mana source, turn 1 Chalice is really good on the play. I think this might be worth it. If our Chalice gets shattered, it's definitely problematic if they have their crash or whatever, because it actually turns off our Opal. They probably won't crash it on turn 1. So hopefully we can at least get down Mentor or draw like a land or something. Like the only world where they turn 1 crash is the world where they turn 1 crash and then also killing me. You like flip the black mana, crash the Chalice, and then like cast Dark Rituals and stuff. Come on, land. It's not a land, but at least that gives me some insurance on this Mox Opal. Might crash in response to the... Oh, well, that doesn't matter, though. It loses us a So we gotta be careful about cycling this bobble because of removal. I want to cycle this bobble because it gives us more chances of hitting like a Petal or another Opal or a land to just cast this Karn. But if we cycle the bobble and then like they shatter my Chalice or like Echoing Truth the Chalice or something, I guess Echoing Truth's not that bad because we just replay it. Burning Wish for the big artifact blow up thing. But if they were planning on doing that, they wouldn't have played out their Lion's Eye Diamond. They were planning to pulverize, right? Pulverize destroys all artifacts, I think. Guess we're about to find out. Yeah, just destroy all artifacts. They lose their LED here. Wow, they're just firing it off. Well, I'll draw a card. They're drawing another Burning Wish. Alright, goodbye all my stuff. And your LED. They have 4 cards and no lands. Their plan is just solid plan, opponent. Don't know what they're... I guess they didn't realize they were blowing up their LED or something. Don't know what they were going for. What would we have drawn? I don't even know if I would have played this Cavern. I probably there's no reason to. Because we could easily draw into a Petal. Or just a Soul Land to play the card instead. So we just play Urza's Bauble, hit them for like 5. Draw another 2 cards. Oh, and then we play the card the next turn. So we get to Petal Cavern Karn. So we're pretty favored there, I would say. Maybe they just wanted to send a message on the way out. Maybe. Just really wanted to pulverize those filthy Chalice players before dying. Alright. It's usually how the Storm matchup goes, though. Game 1 is super die rolly. And then whoever won game 1 wins the match, usually. That's how I felt about it, at least. Santa's turn 1 Chalice, turn 3 combo. I'm in. I hear a cat up to some shit. Hey, stop that. But I'm only getting to 5. Good odds that we win this game with our turn 1 Chalice. Unless they are also a Stompy deck that mulls to 5 and then puts their Chalice on 0. Then this game actually looks horrible for us. Boom. Maybe they'll just concede. Incoming Grizzlebrand. Well, I'd be impressed if they Grizzlebranded on versus Chalice. Could be Show and Tell, like Petal Soul Land, Show and Tell their Grizzlebrand. Then we just could. Actually, we can't salvage them. We need an outlet, but yeah, once upon a time. So could be Hogak. Hogak probably moles pretty reasonably. Could also be Depths. I think those are the main Once Upon a Time decks right now. Once Upon a Time is the most underplayed card in Legacy. I mean, the problem is that, like, you have to be not a blue deck to be playing Once Upon a Time, right? Gaia's Cradle. Elves? Oh, baby. Well, hopefully we'll draw a Bauble or a Karn or a ballista or something, but hopefully this chalice will help me stay afloat for a little bit here. Not fetching out like a Dryad Arbor. Interesting. Oh, there's another Salvager. How many Helios are we jamming into this deck? Exactly 0. I can make infinite mana and storm. Or I could pass the turn. Well, if they just like Rex Sage my Chalice, we're just gonna like play another Salvagers and then like just play another Salvagers and replay the Chalice or something. I don't know what's going on over there. I mean, they're dead. Okay, cool. My Salvagers would be Elves, based on Windswept Heath, Guy's Cradle, and Spawn Time, and the fact that they've cast nothing because I have a Chalice on one. Alright, so now they're dead. I can play the second Salvagers out, because why not? Oh god. Opponent, you're gonna make me do it. Guess so. Nice playing on my desktop. I've been playing on my laptop a bunch. And for some reason or another, my laptop does not let me hold down W. Oh, thank God they conceded. For some reason or another, my laptop does not let me hold down W to produce one less click, but... Alright. So, Elves matchup is probably just these things. Probably board out Mystic Forges and, like, Mentors are probably pretty shitty. W is an MTGO setting. I didn't, like, set it up, though. I never, like, went in and did anything on either, like, on my laptop or on desktop. It just, like, worked on my computer and wasn't working. But I could probably go, you're probably right, I could go into the settings and, like, turn it on or something on my laptop. It's probably fine. Mentor, probably terrible. Doesn't really get the job done very well. Versus, like, the Million X1 deck. I wonder if there's a reasonable argument for boarding in any, like, shitty removal. Probably not. Like, we're probably not wishing for Glass Casket ever. Except for if they have, like, a oof in play. Yeah, we probably want to leave it in the board for, like, that specific reason. Because, like, Karn wished for a removal against oof. I wonder if oof is scary enough that we want bad removal like Oblivion Ring, though. Probably not. They're probably bringing in Abrupt Decays and stuff for Chalices, Containment Priests, stuff like that. I think this is fine. We have, like, 7-ish answers to an oof. Not including Containment Priest for their, like, Green Summon for 2. Because they probably only have 1 oof in the deck, if that. Hand has turn 2 Karn. Has the ability to combo it with the Salvagers too. Turn 2 Karn's a little bit risky because this deck just like plays very much to the board. Put him to 6. Kind of into turn 2 Karn. We have 2 different baubles to cycle towards a white source to potentially get Container Priest online instead of the Karn. Or to just, like, turn 2 Karn, wish for the LED, turn 3 Salvagers, like, drawing cards. So I think this is a keep. It's a little risky having a hand without Chalice or Walking Ballista versus Elves, because they, like, undeterred, they can definitely just get you. a ley line. 2 ley lines. Well, my opponent is mulled to 4, which seems pretty good for me. I mean, they didn't really mull to 4 because they turned off my salvagers, which is definitely not nothing, but they're now on a 4-card hand versus a turn 2 Karn. And potentially this Containment Priest locking them out of stuff. Just draw like Walking Ballista. Well, this lets me turn incoming Archon and Artifact. Well, now we're just going to turn on Containment Priest and just get him. Only thing scary here is just like natural oof. I guess I should just say go. Gets got by like exactly land drop Arbor, but I think I'd much rather try to like gotcha Green Sun Zenith or something. Like if they Green Sun for 0 here, or Green Sun for 1 or something. Ah, no! My nightmares! Well, they do have natural oof. So now we gotta cycle both these baubles to try to find a white source so we can play our Karn and get Glass Casket going. Step 1, let's flash in our Containment Priest. Step 2, let's cycle these baubles. Drawing a Symbiote, and one of the last cards in their hand is Aquarian Ranger, sure. Their hand is certainly hateful, I'll give them that. Oh, these aren't white sources. What's the plan? Just like play Karn plus it and like Containment Priest on like walling off duty? Time to sideboard an Ancient Den? That would be super helpful at producing white mana, wouldn't it? Containment Priest like blocks them off pretty well. Like if they want to kill my Containment Priest, they have to trade the oof and like I can block 1/1s. So I could just like play Karn minus for Bridge isn't helpful because I have a bunch of uncastable white cards. We could minus for Forge. And plan on trying to use Forge to dig us closer to white sources just by like casting useless zeros off the top. The card needs to survive long enough to also minus for the Glass Casket is the other big thing. I think I can minus for Forge here. We'd play a Lattice next turn. Big brain plays. We can find a white source, we can also just get this Mentor online, which just like stymies their dorky aggression plan. Getting the Forge on next turn, we could also be plussing the Karn on it to make it another beefy blocker. It's probably just like emptying their hand here. But yeah, then this following turn we just get to start blocking for this Karn. Nice. Another Salvager is just what I needed. So we play the City. Play out our Forge. There's another Karn. It's not terrible to have a backup one. Now we'll start making our blocker. Pass the turn, I guess. Can't do anything else, so. Mystic Forge, protect me. Come on, fetch another Dried Arbor, please. Dang. Foresight of fetching for your Assassin's Trophies. Unlucky. We're just looking for chalices and white sources, mostly. Just more things to block with. Alright. A useless artifact. Good. Get it off the top. Just get all this crap off the top of our deck. Hey, planes! We did it! Alright, nice. You wouldn't easily on the play, very sad, yeah. Sometimes you get got. So next turn we can play the planes and actually start getting on Mentor and like triggering that, or minusing. Oh yeah, no, never mind. We just minus Karna for the Glass Casket and Casket Thief, and then we get to go from there. So we'll just plus again on our Mystic Forge for more blockers. Defend me, Karn. Defend me, this one really beefy forge. Alright, ooh, more white sources, nice. I don't think I actually want that, I might actually tap. So what's our plan here? Can we don't have enough mana, right? We have 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Down to 7 mana after playing the Casket. We can't play Salvagers plus like Karn if the LED actually were 1 off. Tap the Forge to try to get there. Alright, so step 1. Oh, whoops. Step 1, flow 2 mana. Step 2, minus this Karn. Grab a Glass Casket. Step 3. Glass Casket this Collector Roof. Don't really know what the next steps are. I suppose we could. I guess if this next step is activate this Mystic Forge. See if we get another mana. Oh no, we can't go off with the Salvagers. We did hit it. We hit a bubble. We can't go off the Salvagers because there are 2 ley lines in play still. But we can play this Mentor now and go off that way. Could be a little careful about life total, but we're pretty safe with the Canadian Priest in play. We could pay 2 mana and lose our pedal to play 2/4. Probably not, though. We probably just want to like lattice them next turn. So we just say go now. Now that we have formidable blockers. We can actually figure out every card in their hands too with Bauble. Hang on, what are they drawing? Actually informs our decisions. Abrupt Decay. That, oh dear, that actually does a lot. Shit. Maybe I should have done that before. Because now they get to decay this Casket, which turns off all my shit again. What's their other card? Green Sun. Alright, Green Sun's turned off. Yeah, if I should have activated that Bauble before, because then I had the 1 floating mana, so I would have at least cast something off this pedal before it dies. But I guess we're just going back to square one, but now we have a Mentor in play at least, so we can start playing garbage using the Forge. Ooh, never mind, we found a plow, we're good. We can plow the Collector Roof on the return trip, we're good. And then we can Karn them. We're fine. Can they, like, decay my priest and then green sun for something relevant? I don't think so. They have like 5 mana. Punt. Yeah, I suppose it's like pretty marginal punt. Like, I probably would have just like played a 2/4. Just like have more shit on in play. But that was definitely missequencing for sure. The Decay Cascade oof doesn't re-end. Oh shit, you're right. I didn't think about that. The Wombo combo. My brain did not register that one. I've had that come up with O-Ring before. I've not had it come up with Glass Casket before, I don't think. But yeah, that's... Yeah, they actually do have to decay the priest to get anywhere. And they could like Green Sun for 3 Rex Sage the Forge or something, pick it up or something. Yeah, they might not remember too. That's another thing. Oh, they didn't remember. We did it. We did it, chat. Got him. They get NO for Archon. We know their whole hand. Their hand was Green Sun and Abrupt Decay. And they do not have enough mana to Green Sun for the Archon. Now we're just gonna Lattice them. We have 6 mana. The old Mycosynth Lattice. Chat them GG easy. Man, it feels good to actually be favored against elves. Yeah, I don't think they can do anything there anyway. If they like Abrupt Decay the Containment Priest and then they could have Abrupt Decayed for Containment Priest and then Green Sunned for 3 and Rex Sage the Glass Casket. But then we untap and we Swords to Plowshares the Oof and then Lattice them, and then they still lose. But definitely would have been a much better play. This hand has ding 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 Ballista, but then the Karn is very far away. That sucks. This hand is slow, but has the combo. I think I'm keeping this on 6. Putting back the second LED. On 6, if we just like rip a soul land, we have like turn 3 uncounterable combo. Or uncounterable. Obviously they can like counter the LED. What you got, opponent? Scalding Tarn. I think I'm just gonna put Cower on a human and cast this Ballista on 1 and then play the Bauble. Don't really feel a need to make this Walking Ballista uncounterable. If they're like Delver really want to daze this Walking Ballista, then they got me good. But like against something like Delver, I would want to prioritize my Cavern of Souls. If I put one on a Construct and later have to play this one on a human, they could like potentially wasteland the one on human and stuff. Seems like needlessly kind of risky. Given how irrelevant this Ballista is probably while it's on the battlefield at least. UC Volk. Oh dear. Oh, it is Delver. Look at that. Well, let's draw a Soul Land, please. Also accept Lotus Petal or Mox Opal. Oh, if they have Wastelands, this could get ugly very fast. These were none of the things I needed. Literal none of them. This could definitely get ugly next turn. I guess we're just kind of back to last turn, right? Because if they wasteland me, like, we still just have 2 rips at, like, a Petal or an Opal. Potentially not an Opal, because they might, like, bolt my Ballista. But, like, Petal or Soulline still probably kills them. A Force of Will. That also does stymie the plans. Because they could force... They're probably pretty hard pressed to get the salvage off the board, though, so it's probably fine. Thinking for Thoughtseize, I imagine. That could definitely be bad. Thoughtseize the Salvagers, force the Karn. They get a lot of looks at it with this Arcanist. Bottom. Double Thoughtseize is very awkward. I mean, like, single Thoughtseize is pretty awkward. Just I imagine what they were planning to do with this Arcanist. Double Thoughtseize is going to be awkward versus a lot of decks, because you just shred their whole hand. But yeah, even this hand is just like, oh, they kept one on top, which is not good for me. Please no Thoughtseize. Please keep like a Delver. Dang it, unlucky. Yeah, we're probably dead now. It's probably very bad. Take that Salvagers. Pretty rough here. Need to draw like Soul Land second Salvagers off the top here, or like more threats plus mana because we need to like push through this Force of Will. Yeah, this game not looking super hot, but we get a couple draws here, and they just didn't wasteland me for some reason. So. I think I value the second basic more than the third cavern. Is that true? If we get wastelanded twice, we're already dying. Like, so I guess valuing the third cavern and putting it on construct is probably more useful because I want to be able to like play LED and at least jam the Karn through a daze. No idea why they didn't wasteland me. So I guess putting cavern on construct because we're already like very vulnerable to wasteland. So. They wasteland the cavern on construct, it's whatever. We keep 2 caverns on human. If I play the planes, I wasteland a cavern on human, and we just have 2 planes. Only really punishes once they hit the 3rd wasteland, which we're probably fucked by then anyway, so... Cavern on construct. Lion's Eye Diamond. The only reason I'm thinking about the either or is because there's a possibility that like I have to crack this LED if they try to daze me. Which I would happily take that trade. Yeah, no, you know, we're for sure casting the Karn. Alright, Force Negation, pitch, Force of Will, sure. We're for sure casting the Karn into the Wasteland, also we're not blocking, so I guess we're attacking. If our Ballista lives, which is a very big if, we can technically clear the Arcanist. We'd like pump the Ballista twice, trade the Ballista for it. Fatal Push, well, so much for that plan. Alright, new plan, top deck Auriok Salvagers. Oh, multiple Wastelands. Definitely spooky. At least they don't have any juice for this Arcanist right now. Top deck Karn wouldn't be bad here either, actually. We could Karn into Bridge. Alright, well, if they don't have days. If they do have days, I guess we just would Casket the Arcanist or something. Oh man, what if they don't daze the Karn, but they do have a daze? That'd be bad too. If they like just like I crack this -3 for bridge and then they daze the bridge. I can't afford to do it. Can't afford to think like that though. I just have to go get bridge here. There's like nothing else reasonable for me to get. Because it was under a fuck ton of pressure. Alright. Now, don't have lightning bolt. Alright. I could play a ballista on 2 here and ping the pyromancer and just have a ballista hanging out. Or I could plus my Karn at a bolt range. Forge. I don't have a forge on the sideboard. Ballista on 2 here doesn't seem bad. They actually killed both of my caverns that were on human. On Carnival, Ballista on 2 ping the pyromancer is like not bad here. Kind of into it. Prevents them from like just making a big board state here. Coercive portal. And if we like just draw more lands, we can start pumping the like putting our mana into the ballista and stuff. Ding. It's better if they find like a bounce spell for this bridge. Worse if they take a while to find a bolt for the Karn. Ooh, a mentor. Certainly not bad. Alright. Coming back. Building a delicate house of cards here. Opponent's drawing land. Because every time I want to get a card advantage and you just put me by reminding me there's not one on the sideboard. Yeah. Alright, so now we can just plus the Karn. Play a Lotus Petal. There's no reason to believe they play Brazen Borrower. I think just like the stock list has Brazen Borrowers, doesn't it? Doesn't like the stock Grixis list just like have Fatal Push Thoughtseize as like the only black cards? Just like blue-red with Bedlam Reveler, Brazen Borrower. We're a mana away from latticing them, so that's kind of cool. I choose to believe the opponent has no outs. Well, we can hope. I mean, our board state is a lot better than it was, like, a little bit ago. Next turn, it'll be very good, because we'll be able to easily kill this Arcanist, so, like, if we don't just get, like, Brazen Borrower your bridge, attack your Karn, Fatal Push your Mentor, like, just get completely trounced. One top, one bottoms. They kept this bolt to kill my Karn, but we still have this ballista and the Mentor. Pretty good. I guess I'm supposed to just plus this one, so it doesn't die to another bolt. Minus for LED here. They can counter it. They can like hardcast a Daze here. It's like double Daze. It's fine. So, no, wow, single days deal. One has 2 cards in hand. Now that we're down our pedal, we're not super close to just latticing them. We could just minus twice. We could just minus for LED, minus for lattice, but also I think we're pretty well set up to just win this game by just plussing and saying go. We can probably just take our time here. Really seal the deal. Bedlam Reveler deal. Discard Volcanic, second Bedlam Reveler. Wait, why didn't they play the Volcanic? Whatever. Sure, Brainstorm. Yeah, so even if they get to, like, Brazen Borrower, I think we have a pretty firm control of the board state at this point, with, like, Mentor and Ballista and stuff. My opponent did just cast a Brainstorm and has only cast 1 Daze, 1 Force Negation, 1 Force of Will. So jamming the Lattice is potentially risky. But also, like, we still trigger our Mentor and stuff. If they Daze the Lattice, like, we can slowly get there anyway in other ways. So I'm in for just trying to end this game. Even if they Daze it, it gives us a bunch of prowess triggers and stuff. Just keeps feeding the board. They pitched oh, they had to pitch a Brazen Borrower. That must hurt. And Karn's still out of bolt range. Oh yeah, that's unlucky. Yeah, I guess we'll just kill him the long way. With a bunch of Monastery Mentors. Well, now they have, I think, 1 Brazen Bar left in the deck, and, like, that's not gonna come close to doing it at this point. They are just super dead. We can just dirtle around, make a million monks. Eventually, like, Karn, like, wish for a crypt, Karn, like, crypt ourselves, go get the Lattice again if we want. Alright, they see the writing on the wall. They are, in fact, super dead. Look, we have all these card advantage engines on our sideboard now. Are you happy? Are you happy, Patrick? Look at all the card advantage engines we can wish for. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of, like, having a sideboard Mystic Forge to wish for, because, like, in, like, the main matchups where you'd want your card to be able to get a grindy sideboard card, it would be against, like, the control decks, right? And the control decks are all Oko decks, and Mystic Forge is not good against Oko. Like, there are some cases where you're playing against not specifically grindy decks where you're like, man, I wish I had a Mystic Forge, but in a lot of those cases, the Karn's gonna, like, bail you out anyway, right? This hand has the potential for turn 2 Mentor thing. This hand's acceptable. Don't think I'm going to jam the Mentor on 2. It's so bad against Daze, and it, like, kind of wastes our city. I feel more comfortable just going Plains Go for a little bit. Yeah, well, I guess this will help decide. Because they'll probably take my Mentor or my Karn. Probably the card. Mentor's like pretty reasonably answerable if they're expecting it. Yeah. Just like hold up mana when they think it's coming. You should play Veil of Summer. Just good deck building. Just splash green, cut the chalices. Just play a bunch of Veil of Summers. How do we lose? Opponent's shields are down-ish. They can't bolt it. They can't fatal push it. If we play out a Daze preemptively and just get 2 mentor triggers, we could get 2 monks, but then none of our things that we're playing are cycling, so we're really at the mercy of whatever we're drawing in order to trigger mentor more times. Like, we don't have any baubles. This is all just like shitty mana. Our hand is very bad. So maybe we just need to jam this mentor while we have the chance. Take out your back. I got so bored during the holiday season. Thanks, Jake, that experience. Sorry about that. I do nothing a lot, but yeah. Took a little break for the winter holiday season, and then after that, I was like, I kind of want to go hard trying to practice for this mythic, or not the mythic championship, the format championships. Kind of in for trying to jam a mentor around a Daze, and if they like force the mentor, then like playing on this pedal doesn't matter a whole lot. I think it's worthwhile to play around Daze here, though. This could just mean, like, Plague Engineer. It's just, like, very bad news. But in that case, like, shitting on my artifacts doesn't really mean a lot either. Yeah, figured. It's so obnoxious, because, like, Mentor's so good against, like, most of the Delver decks, and then, like, the Grixis ones always just Plague Engineer you. Rude OP? Yeah, for sure. What a jerk. I don't think I'm playing a land. Am I attacking? Yeah. Make my future Mentors better. This Mentor's not getting any better while this is on the board. I'll do a trade. Yeah, no reason to play a land here. You Arcanist. That's bad news. This fun experience is brought to you by Modern Horizons. Oh yeah. Big fan of Plague Engineer. Are some good cards. Another Mentor. Beautiful. Exactly what I wanted. I would take a Salvagers. Salvagers would be pretty nice right now. They're like second Plague Engineer me. I feel so bad. Kind of want to play this Tomb. Nah. Small overview on what happened in the Legacy Championship that happened. I got fucking demolished is what happened. I got annihilated. It was very ugly. Please wasteland me, opponent. With D&T or Bomberman. I played Bomberman. Double blocking this Plague Engineer seems like a losing proposition. Also, these Mentors are a kill condition if I find a Salvagers, because they just get infinite power and toughness. Although so is the Bauble in my graveyard is also a kill condition. But the Mentors are more powerful. Also, trading 2 Mentors for a Plague Engineer is just so bad. Yeah, I've not been enjoying D&T. Like, I talked about it a lot while I was in the Ren and 6 format. I felt like D&T was fine versus the Ren and 6 Delver lists, but I was no longer enjoying games of Magic that I was playing. And... ooh, that's not nothing. I play Magic in a large part just to enjoy what I'm doing. To have fun, and I did not have fun playing against Ren and 6 with Death and Taxes, and I definitely don't have fun playing against Death and Taxes, or playing against Oko with Death and Taxes, so good time to play with the Tomb, play around. This isn't a Spell Pierce deck, this is a Thoughtseize deck. Kind of want to get down this Tomb though so I can start playing more lands. Although, no, they have a Wasteland, this is stupid. I mean, it doesn't matter a whole lot. But I should have played my Plains if anything here, because I have this Wasteland. We have enough mana in my hand left over that it's not a huge deal. Fortunately, these prowess triggers all resolve, and these monk making triggers all resolve before my O-ring does. So this is just to turn on my mentors for the future. They are 2/2s. They actually block this Arcanist. I don't think I want to send here. Well, we could try to race. We could send for 6, put them at 9. Not unreasonable try to race. They don't have anything good to flashback right now, but if they draw any removal spell, we can't block. Yeah, I'm sending. God, if they have like a bolt, like bolt 1, double block the other. I'm okay with that. Slows down their clock a lot. I don't think we're winning with these mentors. Petty Theft my Oblivion Ring? Oh, then they're going to Thoughtseize it out of my hand. Okay. No, they can also Wasteland me. But we have like another city, so Wasteland's not a huge deal. Yep, just want top deck Auriok Salvagers real bad. They are at like 6, so Ballista or something might be lethal. Although they probably have a counterspell at this point. Ballista wouldn't be lethal, but it'd be close. Probably gonna Wasteland my Tomb here, I imagine. Very little reason not to. Well. Me drawing more land certainly not helpful. I might be saving the Wasteland to, like, Revolt for, like, a Fatal Push. Second Petty Theft, alright, yeah, this is probably lethal, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, yeah. Oh, yeah, we were getting there. Anytime soon. Man, this deck really wants to draw Auriok Salvagers a lot. I mean, they're like the best card for Delver because they're like so hard pressed to actually kill it. Although the new Delver decks have Fatal Pushes, it's not like unreasonable for them to get it off the board. I'm gonna Wasteland Carl. Oh man, that's an old meme. That's a good one. I guess we get to think about it before your time. It took me a second to remember it. Honestly. I don't even remember the event that was. God, am I keeping these hands? I'm always keeping these hands. Who am I kidding? Who's Wasteland Carl? It was like some GP a long time ago. Some guy just, like, didn't activate his Wasteland for just, like, a million turns, and, like, Twitch chat was just screaming at him. And then he, like, went on Reddit later and posted, "I'm Wasteland Carl." He was, like, new to the deck or something. Am I fucking keeping these hands? I'm always keeping these hands, right? And just, like, get Days to Kingdom Come. Get Wasteland once, never a White Source. This hand's so good if we find a White Source. What could go wrong? I wish this was a Chalice. If this was a Chalice, it's a Snap Keep. With it being a Walking Ballista, certainly more dubious. I just hate mulliganing these Thoughtseize decks. Not a Thoughtseize. Good start. Not a White Source. Bad start. Alright. Opponent definitely doesn't have Days. Don't worry about it. They don't have it. Oh, nice. Force. Wow, Forge pitched Delver? It didn't cast on turn 1? Was that like their only blue card? Oh, they didn't cast it because I have a Ballista in play. That's reasonable. Kind of forgot that I have cards with text. Because if they played a Delver there, I just 100% would have just played the second Ancient Tomb, pumped my Ballista, pinged it, and attack them, and then like pinged their Delver. Yeah, they definitely should. Like not playing the Delver there is that's super correct. I'm just dumb and didn't realize it. If they played their Delver, it's just horrendous for them. Second Ballista's a castable spell. Casual 10 life here. I will not attack. We can trade both our Ballistas in to kill this Arcanist if we need to. I prefer not doing that. What's up, Basic Swamps? How's it going? Well, we're just gonna, like, die to 2 lightning bolts. They bottom twice with these Preordains. Just blocked with the 2-2 in the day. I assume they're not attacking. Oh, wow, they're attacking. Okay, no, they decided against it. Wait, nope. I'll gladly block with the 2-2 and then ping it once. If they don't have, like, a Fatal Push. If they do have a Fatal Push, like, but, like, we just trade both the Ballistas for it. Block with the 2-2, ping with the 1-1. After damage, of course. Opponent has bottomed 6 cards from these Preordains. Block. Alright, technically a White Source. But I can't beat your aggro plan. We are at 10 life. My opponent has 5 cards in hand. We can cast an Auriok Salvagers going to 6 and not having any White Sources. Don't love it. I might just attack for 2 and say go. We don't know what we want to do with this pedal. Like, we might want to O-ring a threat. You also have 5 cards in. Yeah, but my 5 cards suck. And my lands require a lot of my life to cast my cards. My opponent just put 6 cards on the bottom with the Preordain, so I have to imagine some of their cards are good. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Seiko, or like play Pedal Seiko. If I play with the pedal, it's like better against Thoughtseize. If I play it out, it's also like works against a braid. But if they're braiding a pedal instead of a ballista, I'm here for it. So I think just play Pedal Seiko is a good plan. If I draw like something to pair with the Mentor, I might play the Mentor. Or if I draw an LED, obviously like play the Salvagers or we play the O-Ring. So I think just. I guess playing pedals a little bit worse if we like draw planes, because then we don't get a Mentor trigger, but I'm like a little scared of a Thoughtseize. But then they didn't cast it. They would have cast it that turn. They had one. What's happening? All right. Alright, there's no way I pump this Ballista and go to 6, because we need to cast our spells, and if we're going to 6, we're just not going to be able to cast anything. So we can't pump the Ballista. Just untap here. Alright, cool. Salvager's plan has become a lot worse, certainly. We could O-Ring it if we ever find a permanent white source. That was really their best play? What is their hand? Let's say go again. I still don't have anything to do. The plan of draw a white source from my opening hand is really not panning out very well. Give a moment to talk. Arkham's Astrolabe, yeah, if only. Arkham's Astrolabe would be real handy here. Yeah, braiding my Ballista and like playing a Delver. Which is really bad when I'm at 10 life. This is really not working out. Am I supposed to I gotta O-Ring this Delver, right? I just like have to O-Ring this Delver. It's gonna kill me otherwise, and it's gonna prevent me from tapping my Ancient Tombs for other things. Like, this Mentor's not gonna be able to fucking race. What if they just force this? Probably, right? They know it's flipping because they just cast Brainstorm this turn. So if they just like force this, the Delver's a 3-turn clock, and our mana is like very obviously fragile. Oh no! The shock days. What if then they force it? That would hurt. Upgrade the clock. It's the only reason you would daze here, right? Is that you also force it, yeah. Now we're just dead. We go to 3, and there's nothing we can draw to clear a Delver. And they also flipped off of daze. Man, that draw did not pan out very well. Dang. Well, we give it the old college try. Yeah, our draws were not good. We drew just about every white card in our deck. Our hand was like, what, triple Mentor, triple Salvagers or something? We had like 10 white sources, 3 other petals, and like 3 opals at some of those points. Like, if we had drawn an opal instead of those petals, instead of that petal, would have been nice. Did we had a 3rd artifact at some point, right? No, we didn't. We only had the... yeah, we only had the Ballista and the Petal for a while, so the Opal actually probably would not have been helpful. I take it back. Sand has... Turn 2, Karn or Forge. It's probably good enough. I'd like it if we had like a Chalice to play on turn 1, but... You take what you can get. Oh dear. So this is how it's gonna be, opponent. Reveals a Karn. Oh, that's not very helpful. Opponent telling us like it is. Alright, well I'm gonna play out all my shit so I don't get Eidolon. Draw me lands, guide. A mentor, dang. Really wish I had that last turn. I just play this mentor anyway instead of the Karn. Maybe not. They kind of have to kill it. They left up a mana. They could pretty easily kill it. Don't really like jamming Forge that much. Forge is okay, actually. Forge means that we can like play the Karn out later, and plus on the Forge to as both like a clock and a blocker and stuff. And the Forge makes the mentor in our hand better too. Because we won't guarantee to have 4 mana next turn, but we do you have Witchbane in the board? We don't. Karn can get us what, like Ballista to answer this guide? Just like pretty mana intensive, or like Glass Casket to answer the guide more realistically. I think I like just Forge here. Helps us keep our Opal online so we can actually cast spells the following turn. Oof. Do hate that I have to tap this to, I guess we actually just draw this Ancient Tomb when the guide hits me, and then, like, potentially tap for the next card. Or we tap now and try to, like, cast zeros. Go to 12, 10, they have 4 cards in hand. Yeah, we're probably dead. Our hand is not panning out for the burn magic. No! I don't want this. I don't want that either, but at least we'll draw it. Alright, opponent. Oh dear. Alright, well at least this mentor will stem that bleeding. Unfortunately, we'll be at 8. Yeah, we're cracking Bauble. Assuming we live. Assuming we don't just get, like, blown the fuck up here. Oh, no, we're not cracking Bauble, because we want to. I guess we can crack Bauble. Maybe we aren't. Gives us more mana to potentially... We could, like, cast this Ballista on one if we need to, just by, like... So we don't want to go to 4, so if we miss on, like, a 0 on the top... I don't think it's worth cracking Bauble. Although Bauble draws us like closer to 0, but I don't know. It's tough. Salvagers on top. That's so far away from killing my opponent unless we find an LED on top. But we're dead to, like, anything. We can't even, like, make more blocker. We have to, like, chump block with this mentor. Or, like, trade at this mentor, at least. Chump block with Ballista. Hope that Forge finds me, LED is the plan, I guess. Or finds me a bunch of mana so I can, like, Karn plus Salvagers in the same turn. That seems highly unlikely. Since we're dead, can we just tap to be dead to Fire Blast? I don't think so, because I think we actually kind of want to draw the Salvagers. We're not, like, actually dead. Because being at 5 is, like, pretty different than being at 4. Alright, we are at 1. And I sense a Fire Blast coming. Yes. So we definitely would crack Bobble here, draw 2 cards. I want to see if we can actually kill next turn. So we crack Bobble here because we have the mana to cast Salvagers. So we'll draw the Salvagers and the City. And then we just die. No, we don't die, but we're dead to anything, so we're at 1 life. Because we can't tap the Forge because we'd be at 1. It's a little bit awkward. I think we do want these O-rings along with the Disenchant, because Eidolon's so obnoxious, and so is, like, the non-creature version of Eidolon. Random shit like that. Get these fucking Forges out of my deck. And get these out of the deck as well. That's fine. It's gonna go so fucking poorly. I'm a little bit tempted to just, like, City Traders into the Chalice and then Plains Mentor. So we don't take 4 damage in the process, and then, like, we tap our tombs more sparingly in the future turns. Means that we can't play a 4-drop on turn 3, though. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Did that notification pop up on screen? Did that alert? Oh, there it is. Oops, I had it turned off. I'm allowed to donate for Okudex? Yeah, sure. We'll be fine. Emerald to 6. Alright, now that if they just don't have a smash, we're golden. Ooh, another Chalice. I'm just gonna put this Chalice on 2. How does Burn beat that? Can Burn beat this? They have, like, Fire Blasts and Exquisite Firecrafts and, like, Rift Bolts. Alright, I guess the answer is no, Burn can't beat that. Pretty solid plan. Alright. Let's reassess after we saw all the information that we saw in that game, too. And then hit the submit button again. What's up, Blackie? How's it going? Alright, this hand has a Plow. It has a Karn for LED. I'm into this hand. Plow for a thing, the 2-drop guy. Build some other Karn. I've definitely been better after my horrible results yesterday, but doing pretty decent. Oh yeah, I did never play that Esper Vile deck. Really don't want to plow this Goblin Guide. Please just cast your... Well, they're not casting Eidolon, so... Guess we'll just plow this with Spear. They gain less life, and we get this Goblin Guide to keep hitting us land drops. Can't cast anything, so let's just... I guess we play Ancient Tomb, because if we draw another basic Plains, I'd rather have that in play than, like, the Cavern plus the Tomb. Because of Price of Progress. And we're definitely, like, we're pretty locked. I guess we could draw City as a punish, so it's, like, close to 50-50. There are 5 Plains and 4 cities left in the deck. decision matters a whole lot. Taking so much damage. It's definitely not good. Really hoping they don't have an Eidolon or something. Like more creatures, recursive sources of damage. Attack me. Oh, you're the city. Oh, we hit the good side of variance, I guess. So that I don't have to take a bunch of damage off these tombs to try to kill my opponent. Firecraft me down to 7. Some of the cards in your hand. A Fire Blast, good to know. Good to know. So Fire Blast means we're dead to literally any 3-drop or 3 damage spell that they have in their whole deck, which is most of it. And they have 2 unknowns, basically. They have 1 unknown for turn and the unknown in their hand. This person's splitting their lands and burn. Yeah, I already don't have any respect for them. You don't have to tell me that, Patrick. We're pretty dead here, though. I think Salvager... So if I play out the Salvagers, they could... They're not going to Fire Blast my Salvagers. Can't be allowed to stand. We're definitely not going to stop them. They're going to flatten me pretty good here. So I guess playing out the Salvagers is the better line, because it gets me further to my goal of killing them as fast as possible, and it also blocks the Goblin Guide. Because we're already dead to any 3 damage spells, so that, like, if they, like, hit the Salvagers with the Goblin Guide and then, like, bolt it, like, they're just going to bolt my face and kill me anyway, so... So Salvagers is just, like, a better play than something like O-Ring or Karn, Wish for the LED or something. We're already dead to, like, everything under the sun. Oh no! Why did I play this Mox Opal? We were dead to the smash. What happens if we don't play this Mox Opal? They actually can't kill me this turn. We would draw. Petal doesn't let me kill them, though. We get to play the Karn Wish for the LED, but then we get to draw infinite cards. And that doesn't realistically save us. Because we don't have any, like, instance... Like, we could draw into 2 more Swords of Plowshares to plow our own Salvagers to take us up to 5 and to plow their Goblin Guide. No, we can't even do that. We can't even do that because they could always just, like, smash my LED at the end of that turn, so I wouldn't have any floating mana. Oh, no, I'd have the Petal and the LED. They smash the LED. I would have a Petal left. I'd only have 1 plow. So, no, yeah, we're not... We're still pretty dead there. I mean, I don't know what card they drew there. If they draw a blank, we can win, obviously, but... Didn't think about getting smashed for lethal. I was more thinking about, like, wanting extra mana through something like an Eidolon, if they ripped an Eidolon. Not having to take 2 damage to play out my Opal. Oh, we're on the play. Turn 2 Chalice is decent. Turn 2 Chalice, turn 3 Mentor, Opal, turn 4 or something. Seems okay. It's a little slow, but... Fair blue deck. So this Chalice probably be pretty decent. Oh, not fair blue deck. Turns out Storm. Wow, this is this just like ad nauseing me. Jesus, this is quite the hand. Wait, is this ad nauseing me with no mana floating and down 2 petals and 3 dark rituals? Seems a little loosey-goosey. I guess they could just, like, add Nas to it with, like, a bunch of good cards and kill me the following turn. Probably not dying this turn. I guess this, and, yeah, in response to, like, Plains Go, too, you probably just want to hit the gas pedal so you don't get, like, turn 2 Thaliad. Could they piff me? I didn't do the math on piff. Oh, no, they just tendrils me. I'm bad at counting Storm. That works. That's a solid line. I'll respect that opponent. What's up, Static? Thanks for the 18-month resub. Tried and true Storm sideboard strat. Go. Oh, never mind. I'm just dead. This is why I'm not a Storm player. I don't do Storm math. I just wasn't looking at Storm count. Natural tendrils isn't something that like happens super often. When you're at 20 on turn 1. Should have played my Chalice on 0. What a fool I was. This hand is not great, certainly. We're on the play. This is the game that we really want to just, like, jam Chalice. Man. My mulligans have not been cooperative today, that's for sure. They might think you're DNT. That's true. We didn't actually show them that we were Bomberman. Although that hand was, like, just not serviceable at all. Just spin the wheel. This is just already a Moldifor, right? We just, like, draw 4 random cards. I guess this is a bad Moldifor, though, because we don't draw any cards on our first turn. I guess this is how our day ends, is us getting a bunch of no-landers on mulligans. Just get, like, Soulland Chalice. Nope. Alright, well, I'll keep land, Petal Karn, and then not get Thoughtseized. And then also draw Soul Land. Hey, Fluffy Wolf, thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. Can watch our dreadful mulliganing here as we play, I think, our last round of the night, actually. I think this is round 5? Could be round 4. Alright, everybody. Give me your energy. Draw me a Soul Land or a Lotus Petal. That was not it. We just played Ponzo, we destroy lands. Oh no. Obviously that was the curse. What's up, all the time? All the time. You come into this tournament, you should. There's a tournament in Chicago that I'm going to, and I know all the time is a local. I haven't played it forever. Do you got the Legacy Death Attack? I have Legacy Death Attack. You can borrow it if you don't have it. One turn late on the pedal, but we're gonna jam a Karn. It's pretty good. I didn't know if you had the Legacy deck. I know you at least were a modern person once upon a time. Alright, well, we will... Yeah, it's a legacy tournament. It's like a legacy 5K, I think. Alright, we will wish for a Tormod script. We could wish for LED and try to just get him, but I'm a little afraid that this Karn isn't going to do it all by himself. Good shot. I mean, it's like Chicago suburbs. It's not like actual Chicago. I'm going to chain my Karn. No. Alright, well, if we draw a Soul Land, we can Lattice. Also, yeah, I do live in St. Louis, which is also, like, not good. St. Louis is very bad, but I live in, like, outskirts of St. Louis, where it is very safe and suburban. Alright, getting close. There's no way we wish for like a Ballista to start hitting them. Ever been to Detroit? I don't think I have. I think we just plus this Karn. And they're gonna like Echoing Truth it, and I'm gonna be very sad. They didn't shuffle on that Bonder. And we're just gonna pray that this Tormod script is good enough when it like very reasonably is not. Oh, Abrupt to get a Crypt. Alright, well, I'll Crypt you, I guess. Gives us, hopefully... they're just gonna kill me through the Karn. Just like no artifact mana. Grabbing 2... Okay, they have a bounce spell then? Yeah, they're gonna bounce the Karn and then double LED kill me. Fair. We give them a lot of time. Yeah. Guess they have deterministic, because they could have, like, went LED, right? And just got 2 more Storm that way. Summer would have helped there. You're not wrong. No, they did think we were D&D. They ported Massacre. Oh no. They control Z their diamond. I saw the Massacre. I assume they're just going to add Nas and they're going to like hit a discard spell at the very least, and then we're going to die. I mean, reasonable assumption that planes go into dead is Death and Taxes. There's the Massacre. Got him. As they murder me with their ad nauseum with 2 mana floating. Come on, world's worst ad nauseum. Let's go. Alright, mana. That's not good. Stop there. Say no. Just keep the Cabal Ritual. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, that's bad. More mana. More mana. Oh, Piff. We're dead. And Tendrils. We're super dead. Dang. If they did on the chain line, they could have just tutored. Yeah, exactly. They could have had deterministic there. They just changed their 2 LEDs. They didn't have to spin the wheel, but they had like very good odds of just murdering me or finding a Thoughtseize. We almost got there on our the old mold of 4. Their turn 3 Karn to nothing. Unlucky. But yeah. Well, I do that when you can instead win. because ad nauseum is just a wild ride. You just want to roll the dice sometimes, even when the dice are heavily loaded in your favor. Sometimes you just want to feel that rush. I could die doing this. I could just hit all my expensive cards and no mana and then die. But anyway, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, something like that. Anyway, gonna call the stream here. Who is streaming some Legacy? Me and Arkin? No, Arkin's not. Is this thing... God, is MTGO streams just like... Or MTG streams just like broken now? I used to use it all the time, but I think it's just like broken and they never went and fixed it. Because it just shows like streams that happened like 12 hours ago or 1 day ago that are like definitely not on anymore. Which sucks, because that's how I used to host people. But... now I gotta do it the old... Oh, wait. Card Kingdom plays on Mondays, right? Card Kingdom? Yeah. Card Kingdom plays Mondays. They play Paper Legacy. So we'll go host them. Who made the program? I have no idea. I just saw it on like Reddit or something one day. I have no idea who actually uses. Enjoyed having the stream back. I appreciate it. I was a little bit sad not streaming for a while, but a lot of stuff going on. Wanted to prep for the playoffs or the championships, which just didn't go well. But I'm back in the saddle. Be streaming again for a while now. But anyway, make TNT great again. Ban Oko first. I'll play some more Death and Taxes. And I'll play more Death and Taxes on stream too. Just like, yeah, I just like not having fun with it. Play Magic to have fun. But anyway, it's gonna be it for our stream today. Thanks everybody for coming, hanging out tonight. We'll be back at it again Wednesday. I don't know what we're gonna be doing Wednesday. If it's more Bomberman or if I'll find Death and Taxes or something. But I'll see you guys all then. Yeah, that's it. See you guys all later.